Hello, my name is Predrag Peter Nikolic, and when I speak with one of my friends, he keeps telling me what he sees on TV, and it looks like he misunderstands what is going on because of the strong influence of the media. My friend is watching CNN all the time, and he cannot accept my constatation that CNN is not an objective news presenter, rather fake news and sensation creator. They're doing that just for ratings and not to inform people. For this presentation, I would like to talk about the psychological impact of negative news and how the news changes the way we think and behave. To ask ourselves are, is watching the news bad for mental health? How can extensive TV and internet consumption harm us mentally? And what can we do about it? A long time ago, before the media existed, people were sitting around the fire where wise older people were telling stories and myths from the past to the younger generations. Later, people started writing, and the first books were written, first by hands, later around 1440, goldsmith Jonas Gutenberg invented the printing press, which started the printing revolution. The knowledge could be preserved for future generations. Religion took over, and the most famous books by today's day are the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Quran. All these books are being used for a long time to shape the individuals who became followers over time. The books that I refer to have such a powerful influence in the past 2 millennia. Teaching and commandments from these books shaped the world. Many people believe in what is written in the books without any doubt. They were ready to go in wars or to do whatever else was or is necessary against the people who are not believers. Furthermore, some people suffer trauma and psychological issues when they are confronted about their beliefs. In today's world, the media, electronic or sometimes written, in general has an enormous influence on people's minds and their mental health. Directly is responsible for shaping public opinion and creating the social norms that are widely accepted by the masses. Many people blindly believe in what they see on the news or what they find on the internet. It is funny and scary at the same time how some people accept certain information differently from different sources. If it was not on CNN, that is not the news. Ha, everybody remember that, right? For example, people who like to watch CNN usually do not believe that what the Fox News has to say, and vice versa. Generally speaking, it is evident that all TV stations are part of an enormous media machine with little or no independency. They all have to follow specific rules and make sure they do not jump out from the general course dictated from powerful centers behind the curtains. What it has to do with media influence on human brain. Regular people who are consuming the news on daily basis are usually addicted to sensationalistic stories, scandals, tragedies, fear, and catastrophic events. The people working in the media know that very well, so they hire professional marketing and strategic agencies who are helping them shape society and public opinion. It does not matter if there is an upcoming war on terror or presidential election. The media is the main force on all sides in creating a course where society will go. The newest example for that we are all living through now is the COVID-19 pandemic, where the media changed people's way of thinking almost overnight. People are social beings and they need interaction with family and friends daily. Nevertheless, the media in the past year and a half made sure that people have distanced themselves and isolated themselves from the loved ones. This kind of forced behavior, highly controlled by media and government, will undoubtedly impact society, especially on the individuals and their brains. The time will show in the future what kind of psychological issues were created. Many people suffer from anxiety, xenophobia, hatred, and racism issue. The media is responsible for all that because of information overload, damage of social relationship, impacted public and private boundaries, harmful effects on cognitive development, direct damage to communities. Overload, that is having too much information to be able to adequately understand an issue or make effective decisions. Damage of social relationship is extensive TV consumption or internet consumption, especially social media in particular, is correlated with loneliness and social isolation. Impaired public-private boundaries, the way in which the internet and smartphones blur the distinction between private and public and between different spheres of life, including work, home life, and leisure. When friends and family members feel they are left behind by new technology, harmful effects on cognitive development. There is an evidence that children's cognitive development can be damaged by prolonged internet use, including the development of memory skills, attention span, abilities to critical reasoning, language acquisition, reading, and learning abilities. And last one, damage to communities. Many of offline communities suffer through the partial migration of human activities, such as shopping, commerce, socializing, leisure activities, professional interaction to the internet. And the last one, the media is overfilled with commercials and ads asking viewers to participate in diagnostics actively and ask the doctors for specific medications and specific treatments. This is one the false picture painted by the media about doctors in general. People do not need to memorize the names of the medications and normally would never ask their doctors about a new medication or new treatment if the doctor itself doesn't suggest it. This is one of the false pictures painted by the media, and it's widely used for advertising purposes. The bombardment of the ads can make people feel anxious because they can recognize the symptoms that the TV ad is showing. These ads can negatively impact viewers because they are created to emphasize the fears and anxiety. So they get worried and they call the doctors for help. So, like you can see in my presentation, I would start from the beginning and come to this point where the media does nothing else but shaping our minds for some different reasons. Is that like a reason to make money or a reason to create a certain opinion. That will be my presentation that I will show to my friend and explain to him what the media does to psychologically impact an individuals.